Why, hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 1 of Media Club. Hooray! It's just gonna be a laid back sort of thing. I want to imagine this sort of like a space where everybody can just kind of talk, like, an after school club kind of thing, which is kind of rich considering our love for school. But that's a tale for another time. Today we're just gonna talk about Iron Lung. It's a funny little hospital machine, don't you think, pal?
My lungs are filled with iron.
Well, I mean, it would help if you didn't inhale just iron particles. I hear that's a very helpful thing if you want to not have iron lungs, so to speak. But anyhow. So we saw this movie.
It was about
bit
a while ago, actually. It should have been the second Sunday before. Okay, I can figure this out. Don't hold me.
It was 3 weeks ago.
You spoiled it. I was okay. Fine.
You said you could figure it out, but you made it sound like you didn't know right out the gate.
I was about to say the 21st. I was about.
Man, I'm yawning. Also, chat, this will be the first time I'm using my microphone with its new little setup. I got a little sound booth thing for it. Isn't that delightful? An isolation chamber. I don't think you guys will notice a difference, but well, there's a big difference for me, that's for sure.
But
I can't tap the mic to mute it anymore.
I can always tap my mic to mute it whenever. Anyways, so would you like to give him a summary of what the Iron Lung movie is about?
Alright, so check it, chat. The Iron Lung video game was made into a movie because Marky Mark decided to, make that a reality. So,
which is really cool.
Kinda cool, I guess.
Cool.
Yeah, it's actually, like, super hot. Super hot. Oh, excuse me for yawning so much.
To be honest, I'm not the type of guy who would want, like, games be made out of movies, especially out of, like, movies like, Until Dawn, which that's a topic for another time, honestly, but I think Until Dawn as a movie is good, but the fact that its base is based off the video game makes it bad. So yeah. And for example, I wouldn't want like Kingdom Hearts to be a movie, not at all, no. Or a TV series, to be fair. But I think Iron Lung, to be fair, I don't know much about Iron Lung, and I've actually never seen the gameplay. And now I'm kind of interested in the gameplay. I think Iron Lung as a movie is pretty good.
You wouldn't want KH as like a movie or TV series, but like as a slew of mobile games, oh, daddy, yes, please.
Hey, the mobile game story is actually probably like the best storytelling in KH, surprisingly.
Yeah, fuck you, novels.
I recently saw some stuff about a KH3 manga, and I hate it.
Wowee.
Yeah.
So,
the summary.
Didn't realize you felt that way, bro. All right. I mean, I wrote it, but to be expected of the other half.
I will. This is not the time to be talking about something that makes me want to smack you. Oh my god.
Very well. I'll behave just this once, at least a little bit. So, Iron Lung was a video game. It was personally not my cup of tea, but I didn't have anything against it. It was fun to watch. Had no real idea what the fuck was going on. But, yawning. Oh, yeah. Yawning. Anyway. So, this guy named John Iron Lung, also known as the Butcher, he was put in this metal box that may or may not have in real life, in quotations, been a storage container. And they submerged it into this fluid, viscous or otherwise. I don't think it was particularly viscous, but whatever. and he has to take pictures because reasons. And then some wacky stuff happened. And then there was a tentacle at some point, I'm pretty sure. He starts hallucinating. He makes somebody go blind. And he starts tweaking out. And then you get a good look at him and you realize, holy moly, is that Keanu Reeves? And then you realize, wait, no, it's just Marky Mark. They must be related.
I don't think they are. But yeah, Iron Lung, basically, as my friend said, about a guy who gets sent. He's a convict, so he gets sent down in a submarine to explore a blood ocean and to take pictures, bring back samples, etc. So yeah,
It's a blotion, if you will.
so you know what's funny? So one detail about the movie that I only learned after the fact, because I'm the type of person who actually like go onto like Reddit and discussion forums to see what people thought about the movie, what they say about the movie, etc. I love doing that.
Weirdo.
So Iron Lung, I'm pretty sure you told me this before. By the way, is this spoiler free or this is not spoiler free?
I never once said it was spoiler free.
Okay. So if you haven't seen the Iron Lung movie, I would suggest you click off because I'm going to go into spoilers. As you told me afterwards, you knew the ending, what was going to be, because in the game, you always had to die. So apparently, you also actually never go back up in the game. So when people saw that he was the submarine brought back up, people were actually shocked. People were like, "Oh, maybe this movie will have something different than the game, right?" And realistically, it does. It gives lore and again, I never seen the game, and honestly, for this, I probably should have seen the game before we exited this podcast to give like more insight about like the things that the movie changed versus the game. But I know the difference is that you never really go back up. And probably also, but you actually seen the game, right? Do you know the differences between a game and a movie? Like, do you actually know more about the character themselves, or is this just a game that's put you out there, you play it, etc.?
Okay, the way you phrased that was a little weird, but so the difference between the movie and the game. Firstly, I have no recollection of you ever being a convict. Secondly, I don't know if you're Keanu Reeves or Marky Mark. Thirdly, I don't recall there being some sort of weird thing with like a revolution and whatnot. Fourthly, I noticed, at least I can't say I recall there being any tentacles in the movie that, you know, molest you at the end, or molest Marky
You
Mark.
mean in the
because
game?
I'm pretty sure that didn't
Because
happen.
it happened in the movie, definitely.
Well, oh. Okay, then never mind. That happened in the game, I'm pretty sure.
Did it?
Yeah, your Iron Lung ship thing got broken into, and the tentacle monster's like, free hentai!
Now, are you saying free hentai as in they're giving hentai for free, or free hentai as in hentai should be free, as, you know, it should be free for everybody, free for, like, what kind of argument?
It's a little column A, a little column B,
Okay.
you know? Everybody should have access to FAP material, am I right? As your new president, that's going to be my first decree as Lord God, ruler of our domain. But that aside, what else?
Okay, you can either vote for him
the
or
game
vote for
didn't
me.
look-
I will give you a free puppy if you vote for me.
That doesn't sound very helpful or good.
Listen. Who doesn't love puppies?
I mean, you know,
Even
it was nice playing with dogs when I was hospitalized. You know, that was fun and very unexpected.
exactly.
But here's the thing. I didn't have to take care of the dog. I just got to pet it. I was in the hospital a lot, Chet. You know, you wouldn't understand. You guys are healthy. But anyway. What else? The game didn't look like the movie because the game looked like a video game. Pretty wacky, right? Also, I swear the submarine was smaller. in the game. At least it just felt that way to me. But that's just
Well, the submarine was pretty.
an actual
It was
thing.
pretty small in the movie too. It just he doesn't walk that far. He only walked like a couple of not a couple. Okay, like Chad. Obviously, if think of like, how do I describe it?
It's just a storage container in real life and in the movie, if you want to be completely honest. Like, they're approximately the same size, I want to say.
Yeah, like it's.
And I don't mean, like, don't be a smartass to pay. But, fucking. For the movie, it takes place in one of those metal storage containers, like what you'd see in shipping yards, and that's about the size of it, I want to say, in the game/movie, too.
Yeah. Does the game have, like... I know, like, the game has, like, a guidebook, right? Like a map you can use, right? That you use to like, explore, right? I don't mean like an actual guidebook, like in life. I'm talking about in game. It has like a map and all that stuff to explore and stuff like that, right?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah. That's one something similar that they actually do. Honestly, I think as a video, okay, if I look at Iron Lung the film and look at the video game, I don't think it'd be a game I would want to play because from what I've seen of it, right, and I only seen like very little of it, you basically have to figure out everything on your own until you just die. Versus a movie, adding all that world building and adding like an urgency to act, because like in the movie, like Mark is the main character of the movie, by the way, and his name is Simon. So Simon
says what?
So yeah, Simon used the map sorta at the beginning. He only used it for a little bit until he found something, and then he like started recording it. But when he get lost and he was forced to go deeper into the Blood Ocean, he started using the map more. Obviously, because he's in a desperate situation. Honestly, it was actually entertaining just to see him like. Honestly, weirdly enough, I actually did find that entertaining. Where he just mapping out the area, searching the area, finding new things. Right, he found that one submarine of the other thing, getting data from it and etc. I think that was like actually pretty interesting to watch him like do that. Like. And I think that also represents Iron Lung as a game for me. Like, I think it would be interesting to see people do that. But personally, me doing it, I don't think I would find it fun. Not that I would find being in that situation fun at all. It would be like a high stress adrenaline situation, right?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
I kind of zoned out for a second there.
So yeah. Ow.
Ew.
So yeah, also I like how they add like more details to the movie because like you said, they take pictures in Iron in the video game, but in the movie they actually do explain the amount of like radiation it takes to take pictures inside a blood ocean. And literally my friend here said, oh, he blinded a guy. No, he gave him cancer, legitimately cancer, and he gave it to multiple people, not just one. One of the quote unquote, I would say one of the characters in the story, right, she's the one basically commanding Mike, not Mike, I was thinking Mark, commanding Mark to go back down to the blood ocean. She actually got a tumor also from getting like hit with that like camera. And I just think like adding those type of details, like I think adding those type of details from like video games, especially when you don't have like Iron Lung is not a very detail oriented game from what I've heard and seen. Is really cool. It also games like that also allow you to be more free with the creation of your film, because for example, if I compare it to like Until Dawn is not at all like the game at all. And I don't even think that's a bad thing. I just think it's bad that you took your game base and completely changed it, because going into the movie, people would want to see. And I think Until Dawn is, again, a game that could work as a movie. Absolutely. But when you take that base and you completely change it into something completely different, not even Until Dawn. If honestly, they can literally change the name, and I would think it's a good movie, but because they take the base, it's bad, in my opinion. It takes away from the experience, especially for people who want to come into, the movie expecting, oh, I can't wait to see, Joss get his head crushed by his sister. Until Dawn spoilers, by the way. I'm sorry. For the game, not for the movie, by the way.
Yeah, this was just Iron Lung, but now we're just talking about anything. You know what? Fucking.
Well, I'm making a comparison. That's why I'm using it.
Oh, you didn't have to spoil it, but all right, bro.
But yeah, but like Iron Lung,
Snape kills Dumbledore.
Iron Lung is it has more freedom because there's not as much details. It's kind of like, it's sort of like Five Nights at Freddy's as well. I say that because, like, if you consider Five Nights at Freddy how it first started, there wasn't a lot of details to it, right? Like, it gave you a baseline, but it doesn't really expand all that much on it. If Five Nights at Freddy's was still like that when they made a Five Nights at Freddy movie, I think adding all that lore and stuff, and even like the changes they made into the movie versus like the video game, would be really cool and really dope. However, because obviously we have so much lore now, it doesn't really work as well, right? So Iron Lung having this freedom, like, we can I would even say we can technically get another Iron Lung movie, and that would work, even if it was a completely different story, because Iron Lung didn't have that much detail anyways to begin with. Iron Lung, the film was Mark's interpretation of it. So yeah, I think like stuff like that is really cool. People able to get like, and even like in different playthroughs, I'm sure people have like, when you watch one person play through Iron Lung, it's probably not going to be the same as someone else. Again, haven't seen the game, don't know it, but like for what I can guess from it, it probably would be different for everybody. Like, someone would probably die super early, someone gets super deep, someone will encounter things someone else wouldn't encounter, right? And people would have their own. Not really. Okay, but
the game's pretty linear.
Oh, the game is linear. Oh. Well, that takes away my entire point across. But like for video games like that, or any type of media where it's not like there's enough to set up a story, but not enough for you to understand what's going on or what is there, anybody can fill in the gap and create their own story with it, which I think is really dope. And again, this is why I think it's dope that Mark did this for Iron Lung.
I wonder if you can tell which one of us was particularly enthralled by the movie and which one of us was just like, yep, that was
But you rated the movie higher than me after we talked about it.
Yeah, but you certainly have more to say about it than I did, and I'm the motherfucker who took notes.
I'm just giving out my thoughts that I've apparently been holding back for like weeks. But yeah,
thought constipation.
But yeah,
constipation.
However, right, this is obviously me thinking about like it being transformed from a game to a movie. If I would think about just the movie itself, and I'm not considering the video game at all, I'm gonna be honest, I think I gave it, me and my friend talked about this after this went out to eat. I think I would give it like a 5 or 6 as a movie, which isn't bad at all, but like the thing about the Iron Lung movies that I just didn't like in particular is the idea of they give a lot of background, not a lot of background. They do like flashbacks of Simon's life. You hear like voices of his like past talk to him and stuff like that. But like they don't give you enough to figure things out, which honestly for me is like a bummer because I'm a lore type of guy. If there is like cool lore, I would like to learn about it. I won't go out searching for it, but if it's there and you're willing to give it to me, I'll take it. Right? Another thing,
Firstly, I don't really know what you mean by that. There is enough to kind of piece together what happened with Simon.
Well,
He left the Chipmunk Group and started a game company, and after that somehow killed everybody through radiation. He was put in the Iron Lung.
well, I'm talking about more of the lore about the Blood Ocean than anything. Like Simon backstory, I would like to know more about Simon backstory, but I get the gist of his backstory. I mean more so about the backstory of like the Blood Ocean, like the god and stuff like that. What really happened to, like, we can guess what happened to the previous submarine, like the god of that ocean or whatever came in and probably did the same thing that they did to her, to Simon. Like, but I want to know more like that, like more of like the humanity aspects of it. And the movie, honestly, people say the movie run too long, and honestly, I can kind of agree. If they were gonna like flesh out the movie more, I feel like just added more like back lore and stuff like that. But yeah. And I was losing my train of thought. Another thing I disliked about the movie was it is pretty long. Like, it get boring, in my opinion, some of the time. Sometimes it's like I almost zoned out, and I never zone out in a movie. Like, it's really hard to make me zone out in a movie because like I paid money to get in to watch this, so I'm gonna pay attention to the end. But yeah, I almost zoned out like a couple of times. Also, it like someone, like I said before, it voice of Mark's past / Simon's past. Simon is the name of the character. I understand that he was going through a lot. He was like extremely high. He drunk like what, 70% alcohol.
I think that's what it
Yeah,
was.
he drunk 70% alcohol. I understand, like, it wouldn't, he wouldn't be in the right state of mind. He gonna hear like murmurs and stuff like that. But like, I would have liked to understand some of the things that were being said. You know, like, so much I wish that I had subtitles on, that I could like read what was being said, because like I hear like bits of it, but then I don't hear the rest of it, and it annoyed me a bit. But yeah, the movie itself doesn't really kick off for a while. Like, I think it really started getting better. And apparently, people, I think, just from me reading the forums, Mark, how he did the movie was like he did everything in order. So obviously, as it progressed, it would get better, because he would get like feedback and stuff like that. And I think that's cool. But like the beginning, it's like too long. It get boring, etc. Like, I feel like when he get lost, it's where it start getting like better. In my opinion. So yeah.
Conversely, I didn't particularly care for him getting lost. I didn't think of it poorly. I just was like, well, now this just feels like the game again.
Ironically, it's when it finally become a video game is where I started enjoying that. I think that's funny.
I mean, yeah, I think you might enjoy watching somebody play it, but at this point, I don't know how much you would. This is probably a case where you probably should have saw the game first.
Yeah, so, like, there are things to enjoy about the movie, but like
the back of your eyelids if you're sleepy. Yeah, I'm just kidding, of course. No, the movie was pretty entertaining, all things considered. I personally am just a very sleepy boy. I wasn't bored, I was just really fucking tired. Don't mind me popping my knuckles.
So yeah, to me, I would rate the movie about like a 5 out of 6, honestly.
1,000. Yeah, he really hated it, bro.
So yeah.
But as for other things I wanted to say about the movie, I will say as well, knowing what I know, it's not necessarily about the movie, you know, in terms of the plot and whatnot, but I do like seeing all the, I think they're called like practical effects. Don't expect any like, you know, techno babble to come from either one of us, like, oh, the cinematography or anything like that. It's just, you know, I kind of just want this to be basically everybody here just having a nice casual conversation. If you know about the cinematography and you can say things about it, go ahead. But I'm quite ignorant of that, I would say. But, you know, I will say I did enjoy it. You know, it's funny, it just goes to show how fucking tired I am. I immediately forgot what I was going to say after I mentioned that. what I was gonna say. Oh, Jesus. Wrong pipe. Oh, that's gonna be fun to edit later. Anyway. I will say as well that, if you know me, same old G, I always have to preface this like this, so... The movie ended in such a way wherein that it would of course be deducted points because it's not the way I would prefer it to end. I wanted it to end differently from the game. You know how the game ends, you know how the movie ends, and I was really hopeful that it would end differently, despite the fact that I wasn't really holding my breath. It ended about the same way the game did. I am as upset as I was then as I am now. How dare it not have a happy ending? That's just my personal preference. I'm always a happy ending kind of guy. That's why when I go to a massage parlor, you know what I'm getting. A back massage, because my spine really fucking hurts. And then an egg roll. That's right, I watch Robot Chicken. Anyway. Any other thoughts, Sire? I do have a whole list of things to talk about, but funnily enough, you kind of touched on basically everything on it, because you were a chatty cat.
Yeah, no, I'm just letting you talk now.
Also, the movie is very wet.
Well, yeah, they're in an ocean of blood.
A blotion. I don't know why you won't say.
Honestly, I kind of wish
the movie were drier. Oh my god, yeah, I feel you, dog. I was thirsty.
I kind of wish you can see more. I understand, like, you probably wouldn't be able to see anything in an ocean of blood. But, like, I kind of wish you can see more of, like, the environment and stuff like that. You really get the environment based off, like, the images that Simon takes in the boat. But, like, I kind of wish I can see more of the, like, environment inside, like, what could possibly live in, like, an ocean of blood. Which, to be fair, there's, like, skeletons and stuff like...
Ticks, parasites.
Parasites?
Ticks, parasites.
Wouldn't ticks and parasite... Well, not parasite, but ticks would just drown, right?
No. So, I can't say I recall, but if memory serves, if you remove a tick improperly and its head, stays, it'll detach its head effectively and just hang out in your body for a while. Alive. But I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've had to interact with that aspect of life. And the only reason why I would know some things is because a certain individual prompted me to do a bit of digging. Granted, this is from my Boy Scout days, so they get a pass on this one, but my point still stands. Still upset you made me research all about that shit, and you're like, oh, I'm scared of them! Oh, fuck you mean! Anyway.
Yeah. I kind of wish you can, like, know more about the environment, which, again, is more of the background and lore of the ocean itself. Like, for example, is that fish god? Is that like, the only thing that exists there? It apparently hates humanity and wanted to just end, but like, why, etc. Like, understand more, of, like, the environment.
I mean, if you were a fish god, or a god in general, you seen what's going on. Fuck it, humanity, you asked for it. You know what you did. Making Iron Lung not have a happy ending. FNAF 2 being mediocre. Twerking. God.
6-7.
Shut your fucking
What?
mouth.
You were giving reason why humanity should end, right?
It's stupid. Now, 6-9 and 420, those are actually good, funny numbers. And you know what else is even funnier than those? 24. And not conversely, actually, even funnier than 24? 25. That shit's hilarious.
6-7.
Yeah, so, this is typical other side of the toupee behavior. He just can't help himself. Like, I would threaten him, but it's just in his nature. As the darker side of the toupee. That's to be expected of Xehanort.
I will punch you. I will slap
For
you.
what?
You know why.
For what do I want to do? I'm just explaining the lore.
There is no lore here.
It's canon.
It is not canon, never has been canon, never will be canon.
but if, you said if I could get the guy to say yes, you'd accept it forever.
Did you get him to say yes?
Yes.
Stop lying.
I'm not lying. In my mind, everything I want to be true is true. So,
So, delusion,
you
got
didn't specify
it.
what point of
Anyways.
existence. Anyway. Up next on the movie. Like I said, you fucking covered everything. Did you read my notes?
No, I didn't.
You bitch. Yeah, you just took everything. Why would I even bother then if you're just gonna do all that?
I'm gonna be honest, the fact that I went over everything off your notes without ever looking once at your notes just shows we share the same brain cell.
Mom said it's my turn.
I've always been a
little
rebel.
Shit, you know that? Honestly, saying that reminds me of the toupee. But more on that later. As for just some closing thoughts, well, I can actually see the spike of my audio where you can hear me crack my knuckle. God damn. As for just some more thoughts on it as well, I will say as well for the movie, I did briefly entertain the idea, and this is just, of course, just like a what if, just because I want to know your thoughts on it. Actually, no, you don't really know what the game looks like. I was going to say, what would you think of the movie if it had been animated instead, but in the same style of Iron Lung? Because I entertained the idea while we were watching the movie, and I thought, I think it would be interesting, because I've never seen a movie like that. Cutscenes, in like a style like that from that era? Sure, of course I have. But a whole-ass movie? That'd be pretty cool and impressive. Would it be expensive? Well, I'm not here to talk about the price, but yes. So I just want to know, what would you think? I mean, you could also just really quickly see what Iron Lung even looks like.
Yeah, I've seen the game before, a little bit. Like I said.
Oh, I mean, as long as you remember the style, then you can answer the question potentially.
Would I care to see the movie in that style? I'm gonna be honest. I think the movie works the way it is. I think making it into an animated movie, similar to the game, would make it feel too similar to the game, where it would feel like, why am I watching it if I can just... I understand it'd be like an added story, but I feel like in that case you would make an Iron Lung visual novel in that case, and make it like that.
You're weird.
Okay. It's not like I don't like animated movies. I went to see Demon Slayer in theaters twice now. So, and I want to see the next movie in
fucking weeb.
Okay, sure, but
you should be more like me and never leave your room. Fucking nerd. I'm so lonely. Why don't you ever call me?
If anything, why don't you ever call me? Is really the saying I'd say that.
No.
Yeah, then shut up. Then shut up.
Anywho, but, I personally think it would be kind of interesting if it were animated in that style. Is it just because I wouldn't mind seeing more media in a style that's kind of... Excuse me. Still choking a little bit. For lack of better wording, crusty? Sure. I don't know what the style is called, goddammit, alright? It just reminds me of crust. Not in a bad way, but pizza crust. Am I hungry because today's pie day? No, I'm not hungry at all. It's not my feeding time. But it is pie day, so, might get pizza. So, that's pretty hot. As a pizza should be, preferably. Not that I haven't had cold pizza, but, if I'm... dialogue. I'm not gonna get into that. No real need to... I mean, I guess we could talk about, pizza.
That's for another podcast.
Pizza counts as media in the media
I'm
club.
not saying you can't talk about it, but that's not what this podcast is for. This episode.
Coward.
Anyways.
If there were pizza in a movie, let me talk about
Sure, but if you talk about the pizza that was in Iron Lung, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, so the guy that Marky Mark found at
He's
the bottom
lying,
of the
chat.
Blood or
He's
Blood
lying,
Ocean, it was a fucking pancake. And what are pancakes?
lying, chat.
Basically breakfast pizzas.
He's lying,
So,
chat.
you know, I'm not exactly lying.
You're
per se.
100% lying. There is no exactly. You said as if there was even some form of any correctness in what you just said.
What happens if you go too deep in the water, champ?
You mean too deep in the blood?
Kind of column A, column B. What do you think happens?
As a person or as a submarine?
As a person,
As
I'm
you
not going to talk about certain
saw-
submarines going too deep.
Mark became part of the ocean.
He was smushed.
To be fair, he was becoming part of the ocean, the blood and stuff like that. And we saw what happened to his arm at the end. He literally, when he ripped out his arm, he wasn't even bleeding. Like, it literally, he became hardened blood.
That's another thing as well. As much as I like video games, sometimes I just want you to spell it out for me. I didn't realize that was happening. I thought that shit was in his head for a while. I was like, man, that's... He just passed out on the floor right now?
Yeah, I can understand
He's just
that
dying?
point because he was going crazy for a while, but I'm 100% sure, like, that was all happening in real time.
I can't believe there won't be any more Markiplier videos. Because that happened in real life, you said?
I said real time.
Why didn't they help him? Oh. Never mind. Funny little aside, I used to, when I was really, really little, much to the surprise of no one, a child not knowing things, Lake Asp. I thought that movies were real, so to speak. So I saw a child, I think it was a child, get murdered, and I was like, Mom, why would they film this? I don't understand. She called me stupid or something like that.
That's so funny.
Don't laugh at me. I was a child. I don't remember how old I was. I was somewhere in the low one digits. But, either way, that's just what I thought. No, you know, I don't think it was just a child getting murdered. I think it was like it was like a whole family. It was a whole thing. I don't remember the movie. I want to say it was somewhere cold.
As a kid?
I think I don't remember what it was called, but there is this one lady as well. I think she like rocked back and forth and slammed her head into a rock. And it was like kind of snowy or white or something. It seemed like it was cold.
I get it. You were watching Titanic.
Thought you were gonna say you were watching a snuff film. All right.
Is Titanic not just a snuff film without the snuff?
No, Titanic is the story of an old woman recounting her time as a young woman getting horny on a boat after she has like a husband and kids, and her husband's like, the fuck? So this guy that dicked you down, you still remember years later, but me? I'm sorry, honey, but god damn!
I do not know if you're gonna cut that.
Oh, hell no, I'm no bitch.
Okay.
I will lower the volume.
I will lower the
peaked
volume,
so hard.
though, he says.
You know what? No, fuck it. You're editing
I'm
this. I
not
don't care.
hazing nothing. Except for my recording
Lazy
level.
ass.
I was at max the entire time, and so I probably peaked a lot.
Peeked over what? The bushes?
I
cool,
peaked. Oh, yeah, actually, this is so much better when you actually put the recording level lower than max.
You don't say.
Yeah.
Not deafening yourself.
Yeah.
Wowee.
So yeah. I'm not editing this. My friend is
Sam.
anyway, so I'm good.
Yeah, he's gonna be here the whole editing process though, cause fuck you.
And it's only 40 minutes.
Excuse you, it's 39 minutes and 37 seconds and counting. Yeah.
But yeah, is there anything else you wanted to talk about the movie?
Not in relation to the movie, but, if you guys have anything to say, do feel free to let us know and all that
No,
jazz. I would like the idea of it being, you guys can let us know, and we'll do a little backtrack at the next time we do another media club. As for the next one, I would like to do something else. I mean, obviously. As for, just to let everybody know how this works, it's either going to be like games, really any sort of media. So, up next, I would like us to do, if I can get a hold of it, like, maybe even Angie Tribeca, just to cover a comedy that I liked way back when.
is that like a movie?
I don't remember if it ended. No, it's a TV
Okay.
show. We're not going to watch the entire thing. We're just going to watch some of
Yeah.
it. Like, maybe an episode or two, just to get a feel for it.
You know what a media club I want to do?
I don't like the way you whispered after laughing. And, like, what the fuck? Is it going to be dirty?
High Guardian Spice.
Shut your whore ass up.
A rewatch, buddy.
You know what? I will, before I end off, have fun listening to some typing ASMR. High Guardian Spice episodes. Holy shit. It's got a 1.6!
I hope you're ready
I'm-
for the rewatch.
No fucking way. You can still watch
We're
it.
going to do the rewatch, baby.
Oh, hi, Spice and Wolf. How's it going, buddy? And junior high and high school Kimetsu Academy story. Wow, I don't care. What else they got? It's been a while since I've even looked at it, So, join me, chat, as I scroll. You can't see because, given how I'm going to edit this, it's not going to be your typical video for me because I don't really know how podcasts are supposed to look, but apparently on YouTube, they're just fucking videos. Interesting. 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 I kind of zoned out, chat. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have it in me to care. Not that I dislike Annaner, I just stopped caring. Because as you see, as I got older, chat, something you should know. Anyway. Maybe I'll watch some old anime.
I'm on the High
I might
Guardian
watch-
Spice Reddit, and I agree with the top comments. I'm hoping all the hate watchers
You got a
boost
Reddit?
the High Guardian Spice Reddit.
No, I mean it has a Reddit.
One of the top comments is, I'm hoping all the hate watcher boosted numbers enough to get us to season 2. I am with you. I hope it keeps getting
For
the
all the wrong
numbers.
reasons.
For all the wrong. What do you mean, bud? It's one of the best shows I have ever had the experience of being with you with ever in my life.
I was having a fucking mental breakdown the entire
And it was
time.
great.
It's such a shit. The show is dog shit.
And
It had potential to maybe be interesting, but it was just filled with bullshit.
oh my god.
Also, this freak had me look up some things just to see if there was like particular fan art of it, and there was nothing except I think one.
That's fine.
You said the same thing.
Oh, 1.6. I see it on IMDb. God.
Honestly, still too high, but all right. But yeah. So next time we'll watch hopefully Angie Tribeca, and if not, apparently I'm gonna have to sit through Spice, and I'll have to stop myself from killing myself because I don't ever want to see that shit again. I mean, I'll do just about anything just for the meme, but still, god damn it. It's so fucking lame and boring. And I'm not gonna forget that one line where it just I say that and I don't even remember it, but it was like talking about everybody's deepest, darkest wishes, and this guy was like, I wanna like touch girls or some shit. It's like, what the fuck? That's your deepest, darkest wish? Mine is like completely benign, and it's not even dark.
Listen. What if they were on the other side of the ship, if you get what I'm saying? Because that show obviously talk about that all the time.
It also, I think I said it wasn't benign. I mean, it was benign, but either way. So yeah, as I said, if not Angie Tribeca, I do have like a couple shows like Angie Tribeca, the guest book, Wrecked. A lot of these shows aired around the same time, I'm pretty sure, but I thought they were fun.
Okay.
And apparently this guy just really wants Spice. Like, what do you even have outside of Spice?
I would have to look into stuff, but I'm just letting you know, Spice is not on the top of the list. Just letting you know.
Oh, mercy. Golly, thanks.
Yeah. I would actually like to watch other stuff first and do other things first before we do an entire rewatch of Spice, especially when we need to spend like an entire weekend on that. So I would need to actually get time for that.
Oh no. You'd have to get
And
time
then maybe
for
this
it.
time I'll actually get the alcohol instead of pretending I was high. Maybe I'll actually get real alcohol.
I think you were high from just like a lack of oxygen in your brain laughing at me.
That's too. Definitely that too.
I feel like past me said like the same fucking thing too.
So yeah, it was a media club.
Yeah, thanks for attending today's meeting. If you have anything to say on the matter, of course, wouldn't mind giving that a read and talking about it next time. And for now, see you guys later.
Later.